return of this. But today is also April Fool's. But I assure you, there's no joke here. So, let me get this going. Let me get that. That. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Alright. 20. I see the reason I always start with a song from 16.5 is because it's literally top of the thing. So I click that, shuffle with its stupid fake shuffle, play. Can't play those. I believe that's okay. Yeah, that's Getsa Skydrift, former capital. All right, chat. Alright, today we return to reading. I forgot notepad again. Hold on. Okay. I think we're finally ready to start. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay, but now we're here. Talk a little bit what we're doing afterwards as well. Hongor. Hope you're ready. So chat, the plan here is to knock out about 70 of these, because we estimated that if I do about 70 per stream, I'll finish on the 5th part. God damn it. So we're aiming for 70. Okay? So let's get into it right now. Get your guessing caps on, put your thinking hats on, and streamer, his brain is not fried. He's showered, he's moisturized, he's juiced, he's fed, he is ready to think. Alright, here we go. Favorite is very interested in learning about the many important events Second has witnessed. In particular, Favorite wants to know how Second felt in the moment and how things he's feeling shaped her into who she is today. Never mind, I'm Juiceless. I'm Juiceless. Favorite is interested in learning about many important events Second has witnessed. Particular Favorite wants to know how Second felt in the moment. The moment of what? I guess when they witnessed it, and how those feelings shaped her into who she is today. So that makes me think it's a character who has a thirst for knowledge, and a character who has been around for a long time. There are a few characters that come to mind. Given the wording, I'm assuming the wording suggests that, like, these characters have met. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna get this wrong, but let's go safe. Let's play safe with Kane and Moko. Let's play it safe. I feel like the word choicing doesn't seem to specify they've never met, but I don't know. I think Moko is correct though, but I'm a little Kokoro and Moko. Ah. Okay. Kokoro was not what came to mind. I was thinking Akyu, Kozusu, or Kane. And I figured the wording would have implied that these characters have met. And I know obviously Kane and Moko have some kind of relationship. But I guess Kokoro and Moko have probably met in the fighting games, right? I actually don't remember their stories. But Streamer is only half juiced, it seems. Streamer is half juiced. He gets his number 2 correct. And he moves on. That is a big paragraph. Alright, that's fine. Here we go. Big paragraph time. Higan Ritor. Sorry, I gotta just ate. My favorite character would initially be excited if anything at the prospect of meeting my second favorite. As they could try to get useful insight towards their goals from a character whose species is inherently spooky. Okay, well I know who number 1 is. However, my favorite would likely struggle to engage in conversation with the other due to their usually aloof and nonsensical manner, and even if they would find they care little for what they wish to learn. My favorite might end up satisfied regardless, as the other will likely have an easily spooked servant tagging along. That is Kogasa and Yuyuko. Kogasa and Yuyuko. Yep. Give me my confirmation. Kogasa and Yuyuko. Hell yeah. So I sent a different VOD before chat, but like the comments for these VODs have been pretty good. It's just mostly the first VOD was people submitting their own, which I really wish they had submitted to the actual form. But the comments in the latest one have just been people kind of piping up, being like, "Hey, that's mine," and then explaining what it is, like what their thought process was on their writing, which I really appreciate because, goodness gracious, some of the ones I read the one I read last time about Tsukasa and Yashie, the person who submitted that wrote a long ass paragraph and about like what their mindset was when they wrote it, and they put all the details like regarding Yashie's ability and Tsukasa's ability and how they interpreted it in a way that they could put it on Notepad. I read the whole thing. I was like, wow, they did a lot of research, and like, they know the characters they like there. But, that just goes to show that when you know which characters you're talking about, but when you put it on Notepad, when you put it on Notepad, it's like, it doesn't immediately come to someone else. So it makes sense to them, but then it wouldn't make sense to someone else. Like, even my example made perfect sense to me. But then when I looked at it after the fact, I was like, wait a minute, would you even know who I'm talking about if you didn't know I was the one who submitted it? So yeah, even when like you have a character in your head, sometimes you forget that the things you write apply to other characters. So you gotta be careful, because sometimes you make it too obvious, but sometimes you don't make it obvious enough, It's really hard to find a balance between them. But still, you can narrow it down, but then there is definitely an element of guessing that comes up to it. Okay, this one. I think my second favorite character wouldn't willingly interact with my favorite character if she knew about her. But since she likely doesn't, she would get messed with proper due to her sass, I imagine. The second fave's underlings could completely ruin all the favorite character's underlings' work around their territory. Though if I were an animal with any sense of self-preservation, I wouldn't go anywhere near my favorite character. Second favorite's underlings could completely ruin all of the favorite character's underlings' work around their territory. Though if I were an animal with a sense of self-preservation, I wouldn't go anywhere near my favorite character. My second wouldn't willingly interact with my favorite if she knew about her, but since she likely doesn't. Second favorite likely doesn't know about her existence. She get messed with proper due to her sass. So second character's sassy. Second favorite character's underlings would ruin the favorite character's underlings' work around their territory. Though if I were an animal with any sense of self-preservation, I wouldn't go anywhere near my favorite character. I feel like the animal comment is important here. Ruin all the favorite characters' underlings' work around their territory. Ruin their work. Second favorite will completely ruin their underlings' work. Underlings. Wouldn't willingly interact with her. I think I know. I think I have an idea for the second favorite, but I'm trying to think of a. Work around their territory. Okay, this might be a bit of a reach, but we're gonna go with Remilia and Wriggle. Remilia and Wriggle. I'm going with that. Because the way I see it, number 2, Wriggle, I've seen her be sassy. She would not want to go around Remilia. But bugs would devour the garden of favorite characters' underlings' work around their territory, aka Meiling's garden gatekeeper. It's Yuyuko and Nazarin. Ah, so the animal comment was important there. Yuyuko and Nazarin. Okay, you know what? I was on the right train of thought. But I had the wrong characters. You see what I mean, though? You see what I mean? Like, it probably made perfect sense in the head of the person who wrote this. And now that I know the answer, it makes sense to me as well. But before that, there were a few characters who came to mind, and then I gave my reason. So, yeah. Right formula, wrong result. But I had the right idea. But I should have paid attention to the wording more. I gotta learn to trust the word choice, because the word choice is oftentimes proven to be very important. Alright, here we go. This one's massive. Alright. Why always message Twitch mods? I don't know why that copies. I have no idea what oh, you know why? Because it's copying the blank text in the chat window. Somehow I'm able to get all the way down there. Whatever. I'm not even sure how that's highlightable, but apparently it is. It's not the first time I've done that either. Okay. They, my second fave, probably respect it or feels they're not too different from my first fave because they're both quite similar in terms of being a servant to a master sort of thing. They also keep the existence of my favorite and her group a secret. Apart from that, I don't know if there's any other major engagement between them, so I'll just give you a hint, I guess. They both get shipped a lot by the community, even though they've only met a couple times, and only changing the dialogue for a handful of games. My second favorite has 2 separate forms. What do you mean 2 separate forms? Oh, is this Kane and Moko? Well, Moko and Kane. Is this Moko and Kane? 2 separate forms? I can only think of one character at the top of my head. It's Raisin and Yomu. Oh! You know what? That was actually my first guess, but I did not consider Yomu as having 2 forms. And then immediately I thought of the ghost. The little ghost. That makes more sense. You know what? I completely blanked the first sentence about them being servants to master. I completely blanked that. I stopped looking at that after I'd read separate forms. God damn it. Too many words. That was my first guess, but then the separate form thing completely threw me off. Oh man. So you gotta pay attention. Pay attention, class. Pay attention. There you go. See, I said Raisin and Yomu in another one before, because they have a similar, what do you call it? Oh god, okay, well this one might be a bit hard to decipher, but we'll do our best. Alright, here we go. So IDK. I think I'm gonna be short here because IDK had to expand both characters. Gonna try. Alright, instead of including that, just do this. Just do this. So imagine you as my favorite character, basically POV. Ah, yes. My favorite character is face to face with a small creature with a strange rock-like object. Very good shape for throwing. That's me. Imagine you as my favorite character after doing a lot of work as a goddess. You were going to do some food. After doing some delicious food based on fruit and meat, someone appears and steals your food. She probably was very hungry. What the? You're doing a lot of work as a goddess. You're going to get some food. based on fruit and meat, and then someone appears and steals your food. She was probably very hungry. What? Alright. Well, this one is a little too hard to figure out. But I'm gonna assume this is Hecate and Yuyuko. That's my guess. Hecatia and Yuyuko. Minariko and Rumia. Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! What is that? I read the word weirdo and was like, it's gotta be relating to Hecate, right? Rumia and Minariko. Rumia and Minariko. Well, actually, Minariko number 1. By the way, to the person who's keeping count on everything, if you're actually keeping count on everything, feel free to post the results on this VOD if you're watching it, so we can keep tally on it, because I'm sure everybody's interested to see the final tally for that. Alright, next one. The interaction between the two of them would definitely be rather strange. Both of them are rather intelligent, but I think it'd be rather difficult to make conversation for the two of them. My second favorite character would constantly be overthinking the conversation and would find it difficult to believe what the other is saying. And the first favorite character would likely not have much interest in the first character unless it has something to do to pertain with her role or master. I think it would be interesting if the two of them played chess one day. Both of them are rather intelligent, but rather difficult for conversation to them. The second favorite would constantly overthink the conversation and find it difficult to believe what the other one is saying. The first favorite would likely not have much interest in the first character, unless it has something to do with her role or her master. All right, here's my guess. This might be super intelligent, or I'm completely wrong. But here's my answer. My answer is Renosuke and Ron. That's my answer. Give me that highlight. Show me the truth. Show me the truth. It's Ron and Satori. Wait, Ron's number 1? That doesn't make sense. Oh wait, no it does. No, it's not. It does. It does. It does. The way it's worded made me think that the first favorite character wouldn't be interested in the second favorite character unless it was related to their master or role. But I think what this is saying is that they wouldn't be interested. They wouldn't be interested in the character unless it pertained with like them. Like Ron wouldn't be interested in talking to Satori unless it involved Yukari, not the other way around kind of deal. But I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about the overthinking part. I thought I got Ron. I got Ron, but it was the wrong spot, so incorrect. Incorrect. I thought I was being a super genius. I thought for sure it'd be Renosuke, because Renosuke is definitely the kind of character who over-explains, and if you've read Cola, you know he overthinks, because all he does is think. Alright, next one. Okay. 2 patrons enter a bar. One's a regular here, though I haven't seen the other one around before. It looks like this new girl already came prepared with her own cup to drink with. The regulars say she wanted to see what kind of alcohol tolerance the new girl's got. She's got a stomach for anything and everything, but would it be enough to rival the regular? We're about to find out. Now, there's a very good chance that this is directly related to Lotus Eaters. The regular says she wants to kind of outcome this new girl's got. She's got a stomach for anything and everything, but would that be enough to rival the regular? So I've seen this chapter particular in Lotus Eaters where Aya shows up to the bar and takes a drink. But I don't know if this is a hypothetical or this is like actually what happened. 'Cause, 'cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. Because it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to drink with. 'Cause it's the part about her own cup to dr That makes me think, she's got a stomach for anything and everything. It could, I don't know. See, cup is the way it is. I don't know. Alright, you know what? I'm acting on the assumption that the stomach bit is important. So I'm saying Suika and Yuma. That's locking in. Suika, Yuma, assuming this isn't directly related to Lotus Eaters, in which case it'd be Suika and Aya, but I'm going with Suika, Yuma. Yeah. Suika, Yuma. Totetsu. Streamer is win. Streamer has won. The stomach part was important, and the cup, quote unquote. The cup, quote unquote. I was like, it has to be something that is like a cup. So I was thinking Kasen, because Kasen has her Ibaraki Medicines cup. But I was like, no, it has to be related to the stomach. And I thought Yuma has a spoon, which is like a massive spoon that she can drink out of. So it's kind of like a cup. So that's what I assume. All right, next one. Both of these characters are quite similar, yet also somewhat different. If they were to interact, if they were to meet, I would say they take a more philosophical path at first, but then their similarities could help them get along. After all, my second favorite can hear my favorite quite clearly, and it's not like my favorite particularly cares about her own secrets anyway. My second favorite can hear quite clearly, and it's not like my particular cares about her own secrets at all. It's not like my favorite particularly cares about... Oh, Koishi Miko. Koishi Miko. Koishi Miku. Miku, yes. Toyosato Mimi no Miku. Koishi Miko. That's my answer. Okina and Miko. Doesn't care about her own secrets? She's the absolute secret god. What? What? Alright, well, I got Miko right. Oh, hold on. Gotta get rid of that. Nope, can't hear that. Nope, you don't own me. You can't have it, right, Scale? I don't know what's opening there. Do not open the Microsoft Store. Do not open the Microsoft Store. Do not open the Microsoft Store. Alright. There's now a Jun in the corner. Alright. Alright. Next one. Number 1 would try to resist to no avail, getting strong-armed into festivities by number 2, and it might quite literally drink herself to death. No biggie. I think number 1 would find number 2 adorable and be more talkative with her than she normally is, especially factoring in the effects of copious amounts of alcohol involved. Number 1 would try to resist getting strong-armed into festivities by number 2, and quite literally drink herself to death. No biggie, though. I think number 1 would find number 2 adorable and would be more talkative with her than she normally is, especially factoring in the effects of copious amounts of alcohol. Number 1 would die, no biggie. No biggie. So it's obviously a fairy. It's obviously a fairy. Find it be more talkative than she normally is. Well, fairies are by nature loudmouths. The only fairy I can think of who's more on the quiet side is probably Luna. Unless it's Daiose, in which case, literally everything about Diose's personality is fan-crafted. That would also mean Diose's #1. Strong-armed into festivities, adorable and more talkative with her than she normally is. See, there's just no information. There's no information on #2 at all here. Alright, I'm guessing based on strong-armed into copious amounts of drinking. Alright, yeah. I was thinking Chirno Aya, but no. Let's go with Daiose and Suika. Daiose and Suika. That's my final answer. Moko and Suika. Drink herself to death, no biggie. Well, she doesn't die. She doesn't die. I thought drink herself to death here meant the fairy would literally die and, like, come back. It's no issue. But Moko doesn't actually die. Thank you, Lydiana, for the resub. Those used to be my favorites. Well, streamer was half right. Continue the Jun. Yes. Alright. Next one. Faye very likely secretly enjoys being at the center of some tabloid drama. So while favorite might be outwardly dismissive of the second favorite, she would also let her run her mouth and fan the flames of whatever she's up to. Would probably spear her if she got too close to her room or caught her doing something not totally ladylike. That's Ramilia and Aya, yeah. Spear her? Come on now. That's gotta be Remy and Aya. Secretly enjoys being at the center of some tabloid drama. Yep, Ramilia and Aya. I like the way that one's written. Subtle choice of text to really help narrow it down. Spear her. Alright. Next one. Fan material usually shows them hanging out doing fun activities due to their tomboyish nature and elemental balance, but they've never actually met as far as I know. Elemental balance. Fan material shows them hanging out doing fun activities due to their tomboyish nature and elemental balance. Elemental balance. They've never actually met as far as I know. See, the problem here is that Clown Piece and Chirno is the one that comes to mind, but they have met. They have met. Albeit briefly, but they have met. So I don't think it's them. But like, what other characters really have an elemental balance like fire and ice in Touhou that are also tomboyish in nature? I mean, that's literally Chirno's theme. Elemental balance. The Lorax. Ask the Lorax. He speaks for the trees. Hmm. Elemental balance. Tomboyish nature. I can't think of anything related to elements that isn't as obvious. Maybe it's not Clown Piece. Maybe it's actually Futo and not Clown Piece. Alright, I'm gonna lock in with that. I'm locking Chirno Futo. Chirno Futo. Could be Moko. But I didn't think of her. It's Chirno and Moko. Oh, god damn it. Chirno. Number one correct. Wow. I just completely forgot about Moko's existence again, huh? Elemental balance. No, it makes perfect sense now. I could only think of clown though. Tomboyish. No, that does fit Moko. That does fit Moko. Alright, here's the next one. My favorite character would get lectured by my second favorite character for anger issues, but might also receive some respect for her ambitions, however unrealistic they may be. Anger issues, but also receive some respect for her ambitions, however unrealistic they may be. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with my first thought. Tojiko Kasen. Probably not that, because Tojiko. But I'm going with Tojiko Kasen, because Tojiko is a hermit, wanted to be a celestial. Obviously, Kasen, as a hermit, quote unquote, would respect that. But also, the only character I can think of who is like gets angry is Tojiko. It's Wriggle and Kasen. Wriggle, huh? Wriggle, huh? Does Wriggle have anger issues? Does she? I don't think she does. If she did, she would, you know, she would summon harvest mites on everyone. Wriggle's just a typical run-of-the-mill feller. Alright. I thought my answer was good too, though. Alright, next one. My favorite character would either terrorize and steal from my second favorite character, share stories about their younger witch friend, or manipulate two in a plan to prank, terrorize, and get revenge on Miss Red White. Terrorize and steal, share stories about their younger witch friend. Can't have that. Can't have that. Can have that. My favorite character would terrorize or steal from my second favorite, share stories about their younger witch friend, or manipulate two in a plan to prank, terrorize, get revenge on Miss Red and White. Well, one of them is quite obviously you know who. But who's the second favorite character? There's not enough information on number 2. I don't have enough information on number 2. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go with Mima and Chirbo. There's just not enough information on number 2 at all. So I'm just gonna go with Chirbo. Mima and Renosuke. You know what? The way that's worded, it kind of makes sense. Share stories about their younger witch friend could imply that they're swapping stories about Marissa. Yeah, so the there in that sentence was the key word there. That was the most important word there. But I did not English. Yes, English. So you're right. That made there was enough information there. There was enough information there to get that correct. All because of a single word choice that threw everybody off. Hi, sorry for bad English. Okay. Why? My favorite character considers my second favorite necessary, but also a pain in the neck. My favorite is quick to accuse my second of mischief. Rightly so, because they often twist the truth for their own goals. My favorite character considers my second favorite necessary, but also a pain in the neck. Necessary, but a pain in the neck. My favorite is quick to accuse my second of mischief, rightly so, because they often twist the truth for their own goals. Is this Shimada Tsukasa? I'm gonna go with that. Shimada Tsukasa. Lock it in. Then again, I guess Shimada considered Megumu not necessary after a certain point. Is Reimu and Aya? Ow. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Twisting the truth. Second favorite necessary. Why is Aya necessary? Aya is unnecessary. Get rid of her. Hitate fans coming through. Finally. Finally, it's her time. No more Aya. Only Hat. Streamer wrong once again. What else is new? What else is new? I don't really understand what it is about Aya that's necessary to Rainbow. Aya specifically or Tengu in general? I don't know. Hit her with the Reimu kill. Alright, next one. My favorite character would probably attempt to prank them while they are reading, and then they like to be interested in reading with them as long as they do not respond to the prank with violence towards my favorite character. My favorite character would probably attempt to prank them while they're reading, and then likely be interested in reading with them, as long as they do not respond to the prank with violence towards my favorite character. Would they be interested in reading with them as long as they did not respond to the prank with violence? Oh, you know what this could be? This could be, chat, here's my guess, Luna and Patchouli. Luna and Patchouli, because Luna likes reading, so she would be interested in it. And Patchy, I could think of being the kind of character who just wouldn't care. It is Luna and Patchouli. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. You can just go ahead and give me the next one. I'm not bothering with that. I don't even know what that means, but that is 5 words, and we're just not gonna bother. We're just gonna not bother. He has such a way with words. Alright, next one. My favorite character would see them as an insignificant being, despite being the same species. What? But would love to tease them regardless. My favorite character would also find their late night hobby to be pretty annoying. But would love to tease them regardless. An insignificant being despite being the same species. My favorite character also finds their late night hobby to be pretty annoying. Being the same species. Insignificant being despite being the same species, but would love to tease them regardless. The character would also find their late night hobby to be pretty annoying. I can't think of any characters' specific late night hobbies. Hold on. Hold on, I'm thinking. I can't even... Ugh. See, I'm so dead set on one of them, but I need to find a character who matches the descriptor for the other, and I can't think of one. I can't think of one. Alright, you know what? Let's go with this. Kokoro Kogasa. There you go. Kokoro Kogasa. It's the only Sakumogami I can think of. Yuka and Mistia. Fuck, that's a broad descriptor, huh? Insignificant being despite being the same species. What isn't a yokai in this series? They're both yokai. That's, oh, wow. It's very broad. Chad, you know me and you, we're both humans? We're both humans. We share many similarities on that fact. A good cycle, citizen. Holy shit, highlight, thank you. Status alive. Yeah, that's me. My favorite character is smarter than them, but would never be able to win an argument against them. Even though it's a hopeless cause, they would keep trying to teach them because my favorite is dedicated and kind-hearted. My favorite character is smarter than them, but they would never be able to win an argument against them. Even though it's a hopeless cause, they would keep trying to teach them because my favorite is dedicated and kind-hearted. It's Kane and Cherno. Kane and Cherno. Kane and Cherno. Final answer. Lock in. Easy clap. Kane and Cherno. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. She tries her best every day. Every day, every day, every day. Kane number 1. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Highlight! Alright, next one. They'd probably be good friends. My second favorite's defining feature might be useful for the things that my favorite character usually does. My second favorite character's defining feature might be useful for the things that my favorite character usually does. Damn it. Defining feature would be useful for the thing that my favorite character usually does. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Give me a bit. Give me a minute. Oh, you know what? Alright, big brain moment. Big brain moment. Kogasa Yomu. Kogasa Yomu. Kogasa Yomu. Kogasa Sekibanki. Ah, so close. So close. Because I was thinking, Yomu's got a ghost half, and a ghost is spooky. So favorite character would love to have that. But Sekibanki can remove her head, which, yeah, that is... If I had gone further up the list, I would have stopped at Sekibanki, but I immediately got to Yomu and I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I had the right track. Something that people would find scary. But I guess you wouldn't say Yomu's defining feature is her ghost half, right? But for Banki, you would definitely say her defining feature is that her head go... And then she has like 5 of them. Multiplicative head. Damn it. I like that one because it was like basically one sentence, but everything you needed was in that one sentence. That's hard to do, by the way. That's really fucking hard to do. Alright, next one. My second favorite character would likely get pretty fed up with my favorite character's antics, such as surprising them out of nowhere and running around all over the place. Some elemental destruction may or may not be involved. Is this Kogasa again? Is this Kogasa Moko? Kogasa Moko? Let's go with that. Kogasa Moko. It's Chen and Moko. By surprising them out of nowhere and running around all over the place. Some elemental destruction may... Okay, so I got Moko right this time. I got Moko right this time, but it was Chen. I was on the Kogasa train of thought. I'm not really surprised. Kogasa's a very popular character, so when she shows up, like it's whenever you get wording like this, it's hard not to think of her. Highlight. All right. N M. My favorite character would enjoy fighting them because they're skilled in sword and very good. Their skills in sword are very good. If my favorite character had a food battle, as in who could eat the most against their master, my favorite character would win. Okay, hold on. My favorite character would enjoy fighting them because they're skilled in sword and very good. If my favorite character had a food battle, so who could eat the most food against their master, my favorite character would win. Okay, that's interesting. So if they challenge them to their master to an eating contest, they would win. But they enjoy fighting them because they're skilled in sword. I feel like this could just be Sakuya Yomu again. I'm trying to think of other characters who wield weapons. There really aren't many, huh? If my favorite character had a food battle, as in who could eat the most against their master. So it has to be someone who could see. So that would lead me to believe it's not Yomu for number 2 because it would be against Yuyuko. Favorite character would have to be Yuyuko in an eating contest. But obviously the first person, if the first person was Yomu, it would have to be somebody else who's skilled in sword. But I can't think of anyone else who's good at sword play. Thinking. Who's good at swinging swords? Like, it just feels so obvious that one of these is Yomu, but the way that the second bit is worded, it makes it pretty clear that Yomu can't be the... Yomu can't be the second favorite because you can't out-eat Yuyuko. I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's just go with Sakuya Yomu. I honestly don't know. I don't know. So I gotta go with that. Sakuya Yomu. I feel like it's wrong, but I can't Oh, it's Suika and Yomu. Would Suika out-eat Yuyuko? These two have actually fought before, is the thing. Favorite character would enjoy fighting them because, well, they have fought before, but I don't remember how that outcome really turned out. Right, I forgot. Suika has her tapeworms. Right, yes. I don't remember the interaction between Suika and Yomu in the fighting games, if there even was one. But Yomu was correct on second. Sakuya wasn't. Alright. I didn't think it was Sakuya, though. I just couldn't think of anyone else, though. Next one. Once again, I have copied the invisible text. I would hang around the Hakone Shrine for a certain fairy with a book to read, but if I see an elegant lady walk towards the shrine, I might dare ask if she has the time to read with us, or if we could help her out with something. What? Could you... what? Why is this written from why is this written from POV? Is this... huh. Or a certain fairy with a book to read. I don't know. Let's go Luna Sakuya. Go at Luna Sakuya. I don't know. The way this is worded is Sakuya. Okay. Well, I was right. I was right. But I wasn't expecting to be POV brick to the head, you know? That's the only POV I know. Okay, this is all one. Alright. My first favorite wouldn't be very familiar with my second favorite, since she's so used to getting served for free. And my second favorite could never imagine she'd find someone of such high class and power visiting her establishment. But on a boring midnight with nothing else to do, my first favorite would stumble across my second on a stroll. They'd introduce themselves, do some business, and maybe become unlikely friends. Is this Tenchi and Mistia? Tenchi Mistia. It's Remilia and Mistia. Getting served for free? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I thought of it more from Tenchi's perspective, where she doesn't, you know, she's just her entitlement. Mistia was correct though. Remy makes sense. Remy does make sense. It's just what I was thinking of the bratty sense of entitlement that Tenchi has. That over that. That is. Give me the next one. That is. Just give me the next one. Alright. Well, look on the bright side. We're getting through them pretty fast now. Dude, last remote is so good. Alright, next one. My favorite character could beat them in arm wrestling. They would also find it difficult to borrow from this person. Is this Yugi Marissa? Wait, a lot of people could beat Marissa in arm wrestling. I'm going with Yugi Marissa. It's Marissa and Satori. Oh, shit. Yeah, alright. That's fair, that's fair. Marissa could... Well, okay, to be fair, I'm pretty sure every character in the entire series could beat Miss Satori in an arm wrestling competition. Because Satori... Chat, Marshmallow... Satori is a marshmallow, alright? So if you were to do arm wrestling with her, like, you couldn't even get neutral position because any slight amount of force would immediately arch in your favor. And her arm just wouldn't be able to handle it. So you'd have to, like, deliberately ease back and then just hold your position. And then she'd try really hard. She'd try really hard to put your arm down, but she just couldn't do it. But then when you're thinking about how she can't do it, she'll see that and then she'll get pouty. There you go. There's my story. I was right about Marissa, right? Was Marissa? Yeah, Marissa was number 1, so I was right about that one. No, actually I wasn't, because I said Marissa was number 2. Because Yugi was number 1. So I was wrong on both counts. Never mind. I've been working out. There we go. V. My favorite character would probably try to manipulate my second favorite character, and it wouldn't be the first time they got manipulated. Also, they'd argue over who lives in the better container. Okay, well, that's, I know who the second one is. I know who the second one is. Is this Tsukasa and Shimmy? Tsukasa lives in that. I don't know if she lives in a test tube, but I've seen that. She's a tube fox. But I think it's Tsukasa and. Oh, it is. Okay, got it. The better container, yeah. Nailed it. Oh. Next one. That was a good one. All right. She would likely around pouring tea for her and cleaning the palace if such a thing is needed. I'm certain they would have an in-depth, thoughtful discussions on topics such as philosophy. After all, not really going outside for God knows how many years surely means you've read a ton of books and become more knowledgeable on certain subjects. This is Sakuya and Satori. Sakuya and Satori. Sakuya and Satori. Alright. Next one. Any day you want to highlight. Thank you. Met her once and they teamed up. Kind of. Met her once and they teamed up. See, this is interesting because it's very short, but it's something that actually happened. So, this is definite. I think this is 100% tied to 15.5. So, they met once and they teamed up, but only kind of. What's the kind of mean? What's that mean? Characters that were part of the Perfect Possession incident that teamed up. Kind of. Now, I think the answer is Marisa Koishi, because Marisa didn't really even realize she was being possessed, and Koishi was just kind of like, I don't even know what Koishi was doing. So they're the only one I can think of that, like, they teamed up kind of, because they were together, but they weren't really, like, proper. So I'm gonna lock in with that. Marisa Koishi. It's Kogasa and Yomu. Met her once and they teamed up, kind of. When did they team up? When did they team up? No, seriously. When did Kogasa and Yomu ever team up? When did that happen? In 13? Huh? They didn't team up in 10 Desires, though. Kogasa showed up and was like, help, and then Yomu was like, you talk too much, and then cut her down. That's not teaming up. That's not teaming up at all. I guess that's what the kind of is about, but I thought it'd be more related to antinomy of common flowers. Oh well. My favorite character is taller and scarier than her. Though everyone is scarier, not even trying. Her eyes only match one of the second. What? They both handle fire in different ways. So my favorite characters could help the second one in her job. They both are helpful people when it comes to giving some guard. The second one handles children better, and if my favorite helps on a road. Well, one of them's Kogasa, right? Obviously. Handle fire, it's referring to her smithing business. Both helpful people that, when it comes to giving some guard, it's also the second one handles children better. My favorite helps on a road. Favorite character is taller and scarier than her, though everyone is scarier, not even trying. And they both handle fire. It's probably Moko and Kogasa, right? Moko Kogasa. Moko Kogasa. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! The powers of juice. Look at these. Look at these correct answer Juns. Look at that. Oh, don't worry about the both wrong one though. Don't worry about that one. Alright, I got it. I got it. There was some issues with the grammar in there, but it was fine. At first I thought it was Mystia, cause like cooking fire, but then the bit about helping on a road and giving some guard, that didn't really, well, mostly giving some guard didn't really match up with Mystia. Message Twitch mods, of course. Next one. Refuses her tea and attack her on her own house. What? Refuses her tea and attacks her on her own house. That could be anyone. Alright, Sakuya Seija. Sakuya Seija. There you go. There's my answer. Nobody would refuse tea, not even Marissa. Marissa would take it. It's Reimu and Satori. Wait, did that happen in SA? Is that SA dialogue? Is that SA dialogue? God knows I remember dialogue specifics in those games, because a lot of it is just absolutely Boulder Dash. Alright. Fake fan alert. Couldn't remember when he played through normal 1cc as Reimu, like 2 years ago. Couldn't remember the dialogue. Alright. My favorite and second favorite are amicable on the surface, though they piss each other off deep down. Both speak to the other via riddles and rhetoricals, but while my favorite character wishes that my second favorite would quit their prattling and get to the point, my second favorite wishes that my favorite would take things seriously and think a little more. Ultimately, they tend to work well together, with one functioning as the command center and the other as the missile. Huh. They work well together, with one functioning as the command center and the other as the missile. See, I'm thinking... I want to say Reimu and Yukari, but at the same time, the emphasis on command center and missile makes me think of Marissa C from SA. So I'm gonna go with Marissa Nitori. That's what I'm going with. Marissa Satori. Remilia and Yukari. Huh. This must be Silent Center and Blue related, huh? Because I don't think I've ever seen those two interact. Well, I mean, I guess there is the fighting games, but again, I don't remember. I took Command Center and Missile as a little more literal, and I thought of Nitori and Marissa. Thought of Marissa and Nitori's like shot type in SA. Also, the previous answer had been related to SA, so it was fresh on the mind. That's my bad. I misled myself. But yeah, I don't recall Remilia and Yukari's conversations with each other in the fighting games or Silent Center. All right. Next one. If they actually could interact, the two of them would get in the most wackiest of hijinks possible. The second one would cause problems on purpose, and the first one would happily go with the flow. A lot of harmless japes, maybe light arson, probably a lot worse, but nothing that serious. However, at the end, they'd escape without trouble, except the one that most likely awaits for them at their residences. If they actually could interact, the two of them would get to them at the west. The second one would cause problems on purpose, the first one would happily go with the flow. Harmless japes, light arson, probably a lot worse, but nothing that serious. However, at the end, they'd escape without trouble, except the one that most likely awaits for them at their residences. Is this Futo and Clown Piece? I think this is Futo and Clown Piece. Because when Futo goes home, it's Miko, and when Clown Piece goes home, it's Reimu. It's Koishi and Clown Piece? Oh. Oh, okay, I was half right. I figured they both were related to arson. Koishi would just go with the flow. Alright, alright. I was thinking Futo and someone else, but Futo doesn't seem to get along well with yokai, but I don't know how she gets along with fairies, like, at all. That's the good stuff. Alright, next one. Depending on certain circumstances, my favorite character will either try to recruit my second favorite character for work, or throw her out of their property. My second favorite character has once infiltrated my favorite character's place under a disguise. As for my personal headcanon, the two would surely bond over brewing the ultimate coffee. Favorite character will either try to recruit my second favorite character for work or throw her out of their property. My second favorite character has once infiltrated my favorite character's place under a disguise. It's the infiltrated my favorite place under a disguise. I can't think of it. Like, I feel like one of them is Sakuya. But I can't think of a character who snuck in under disguise. It could also not be Sakuya, but at the same time, the recruit for them to work or throw them out sounds 100% Sakuya. But I can't think of anyone who's infiltrated the place under a disguise. I don't know. We'll go with Sakuya and Luna, I guess. It is Sakuya and Luna. Well, Luna didn't infiltrate with a disguise. Technically she did, but also didn't. No, see, the way that chapter went was the three fairies snuck in with their invisibility. The three fairies snuck in using their invisibility, and then they changed into maid outfits when they actually got in the mansion. Also, Sakuya realized who they were, like, immediately. She didn't recognize them. They did dress up as maids, yes, but they did that after they had already infiltrated the building. That's what was throwing me off. They infiltrated it under a disguise. They snuck in with their ability, and then they changed into the outfits when they got in the building. I guess you could argue it makes sense. You could argue it makes sense, but in my opinion, they didn't sneak in as maids. They snuck in and then they put the maid outfits on. Well, I was correct either way. Correct either way. I don't think so. I don't agree. Infiltrating to me would imply that they came in, like when they came in. How did they get in? They walked in. They walked in invisibly. And then they put on the outfits, and then they walked around freely. That's fine. You can agree, you can disagree. I'm just giving my opinion. Depends on how you interpret the word. That's all. In my opinion, it doesn't count as infiltration under a disguise, because they weren't disguised. Well, I mean, I guess they were disguised, if you think about it like that. I hate English, dude. English fucking sucks. That's all it is. That's all it is. Stupid English. I hit the undo button by accident, not the copy paste. Alright. Alright, my favorite character would probably have strong admiration for my second favorite, and my second favorite would probably be dismissive or arrogant towards my favorite for not being human. My favorite character would probably have a strong admiration for my second favorite, and my second favorite would probably be dismissive or arrogant towards my favorite for not being human. Is this Futo? Have I got even one Futo-related answer right yet? Maybe this is Clown Piece and Futo. I'm going in on it. I'm going in on it. Clown Piece Futo. Again, I have no idea how Futo would react to fairies. I know our opinion on yokai isn't great, but I don't know about fairies. It's Yugi and Keiki. Why would Yugi have admiration to Keiki? Huh? Alrighty. Some things only make sense in the head of the writer. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't gonna get that. There we go. Next one. My favorite and second favorite characters claim to be dissenting, but in general, they're both on pretty good terms. Especially after what my favorite did to my second favorite, which in the end was actually to the benefit to my second favorite. Chat, I'm Googling a word. Don't try and stop me. Dissenting. Holding or expressing opinions that are at variance with those commonly or officially held. Disagreeing or refusing to conform to doctrine of established of orthodox. Okay. Holding or expressing opinions that are at variance with those commonly... So, unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion. Okay. Okay. My favorite and second favorite characters claim to be dissenting, but in general they are both in pretty good terms. Especially after what my favorite did to my second favorite, which in the end was actually to the benefit to my second favorite. What? So, they claim to have unpopular opinions about each other, but in general they are both in pretty good terms. What does that mean? Both in pretty good terms? You mean on pretty good terms? Like, you mean... So is this sentence saying that they claim to not like each other, but they actually get along just fine? Is that what it is? Especially after what my favorite did to my second favorite, which in the end is actually the benefit of my second favorite. Wait, this one actually is Futo this time, isn't it? It's Futo and Tojiko. It's Futo and Tojiko. That's gotta be it, right? The first one, it's Kaneko and Suako. Ah, that also works, yeah. Kaneko took over the shrine. It was the benefit for both of them because they both prospered from it. But Tojiko and Futo also works exactly the same way. Because Futo messed with Tojiko's urn, which made her not revive properly, and she came back as a ghost. Which actually pissed her off quite a lot, but she actually kind of likes being a ghost now, so she's over it, kind of deal. So, wow. This explanation works perfectly for two sets of different characters. Goddamn. Next, I have to belch. My favorite character would immediately have wanted to take them taken care of for their various crimes, like many crimes, but due to like conflicts in power and stuff, I feel like they just let it rock. I mean, look at the material, the list of crimes. What? Is there a single Futo fan in the audience? Even one? Even one Futo fan? My favorite character would immediately have wanted them taken care of for their various crimes, like many crimes, but due to conflicts in power and stuff, I feel like they just let it rock. I mean, look at the material, the list of crimes. What does that mean? What does that mean? Many crimes, but due to conflicts in power and stuff, I feel like they just let it rock. I mean, look at the material, the list of crimes. What material? What list of crimes? What are you talking about? Conflicts in power and stuff, I feel like they just let it rock. Who committed many, many crimes? Give me the list. What do they do? Conflicts in power? They just let it go? It wouldn't be... I don't know, dude. Let's just get through this one. Give me Eiki Okina. Give me Eiki Okina. I don't know. What is this list of crimes? I better not be Futo this time. It's Eiki and Kaneko. Well, alright, I guess Eiki was correct, but Kaneko? Secret Jun. Kaneko? Really? What's the... Somebody give me the list. Give me the list. I need the list, clearly, because I'm missing it. What crimes did she commit? Give me the list. My favorite character would protect my second favorite character in battle despite the fact that they really do not need protecting. After the battle, my favorite character would likely give my second favorite a stern lecture about not picking fights with their rival. My favorite character would protect my second favorite character in battle despite the fact that they really do not need protecting. After the battle, my favorite character would likely give my second favorite a stern lecture about not picking fights with their rival. Oh, this is Kane and Moko, isn't it? Kane and Moko. I won't let you lay a finger on her. Kane and Moko, yep. God, this theme is so good. The soundholic vocal version is just incredible. Alright, next one. They would not do much, probably acknowledge each other, then walk away to get back to their work. Likely wouldn't even speak due to their either personal complications or having work to do. Uh-oh. They would not do much, probably acknowledge each other, then walk away to get back to their work. Likely wouldn't even speak due to either personal complications or having work to do. My money's on Sakuya Sagume. There you go. Sakuya Sagume. Personal complications leads me to believe one of them can't talk because they can't talk. Sagume and Yumeko. I'm basically correct. I'm basically correct, right? Come on. Come on. Sakuya, Yumeko, what's the difference? What's the difference? But I was right to assume personal complications means they literally could not talk for some reason. That was correct on my part. What did I say? I said Sakuya Sagume, so I was both wrong. Another Jun in the incorrect tab. Fantastic. Well, to be fair, it's hard to link any character with PC98 because of how little you actually get with them. But it also means that if it's a PC98 character, the odds that I'm going to get it are pretty low. Pretty low. And then chat will be like, you didn't know? As if they did. As if they did. Next one. Personality-wise, my favorite character is the lazy type and has a habit of toying with others, similar to when I procrastinate at home and joke most of the time with my friends. They both have a fairly mellow relationship. If they were to interact again, she could take advantage of her straightforward persona out of pure boredom. Right away, Yukari Yomu. Yukari Yomu. Lock it in. Yukari Yomu. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Tired of these secret Juns. Another winner is me. Holy shit, my mouse is garbage. Alright. They're warming up to each other. It used to be a rather aggressive relationship, but after a few years, they spent a lot of time hanging out together. Don't tell me this is Kaguya and Moko. Final answer. Final answer. Kaguya Moko. Yep. That was actually a chapter that I read in CDS. Kaguya tends to sneak out to the human village every now and again, and she goes there with Moko. So, you know, they're obviously portrayed as being, you know, violent compulsions when near each other. But there have been different things in canon that have kind of shown that they've mellowed out. So I can agree with the way this one is written. Next one. My favorite character could be in potential danger interacting with them. However, as they have met my favorite seems to be still stronger. My favorite character seems actually to dislike them on base of who they are, and they dislike the things my favorite character is often associated with and seems to be fond of. Alright. My favorite character could be in a potential danger interacting with them. However, they've met my favorite seems to be stronger. Favorite character seems to actually dislike them on base of who they are, and they dislike the thing my favorite character is often associated with. Seems to be fond of. I can't figure out the second sentence. Lock in. Futo Byakuden. Locking in. Kaboom. Futo's in danger. Yuka and medicine. Yuka could be in potential danger interacting with medicine. What? Alright, well, I'm gonna blame that on Bad England. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna blame that one on Bad England. And move on to the next one. Alright. Here we go. Next one. My favorite character and her friend would visit my second favorite character's property, and my second favorite character would be annoyed by them and try to get them to leave. They end up fighting, and my favorite character would be confident she would win, forgetting that she lost to her in the past. My favorite would lose the battle, but would cause a lot of property damage, making my second favorite very mad. My favorite and her friend would visit the second favorite's property. My second favorite would be annoyed and try to get them to leave. They'd end up fighting, and my favorite character would be confident she would win, forgetting that she lost her in the past. Favorite would lose the battle, but would cause a lot of property damage. This is Tenchi and Reimu, right? This is Tenchi and Reimu. Bang. Everybody's lost to Reimu before. But I think it's Tenchi because Tenchi is the one who would definitely... who's caused property damage before. Utsu and Reimu. Oh. Yeah, I guess that works. I have a feeling Reimu would be smart enough to not pick a fight with a nuclear bird, though. Just, you know, just thinking. Thinking out loud. Who's redacted? If redacted sees her as a living corpse, my favorite character would probably run away from her or simply be creeped out with her corpse obsession. Well, that's obviously Sega. But who counts as a living corpse? Who counts as a living corpse? Oh, Yomu. Sega Yomu. There's the next one that names in it. So, oh, okay. So the redaction was your edit. Okay, understood. Understood. Smoko and Orin. Oh, damn it. I guess I should have known better than to expect anyone to put Sega. But that's just how it has to be. Get ready for message Twitch mods. Yep. Had a feeling that was gonna pop up. Next one. She would be just doing ordinary things when redacted Fave 2 comes up and tries to spook her. Even though it was unfair try for her, she would deep inside be happy at the opportunity to have some unusual company since she's always alone. Ordinary character, ordinary things. She's always alone. This is probably Banki and Kogasa again, right? Banki and Kogasa. Satori and Kogasa. Oh. Okay. Well, Kogasa was correct. Banki Kogasa is a pretty popular one. I think that showed up a few times now. Next one. Next one. My favorite character would attempt to tell my second favorite character to break free of their nature as a tool and join her in helping others. However, my second favorite character hardly sees her own position as such and would mostly be confused. My favorite character would attempt to tell my second favorite character to break free of their nature as a tool and join her in helping others. However, my second favorite character hardly sees her own position as such and would mostly be confused. Shimi Kogasa. Shimi Kogasa. Shimi Kogasa. Raiko and Mayumi. Oh. Yeah, no, that works. That makes sense. That does make sense. I was just thinking about it for a little bit there. That's pretty neat. Shimi Kogasa... Because Shimi would try to, you know, do that. But I don't know how Kogasa feels anymore about that kind of thing. I don't really know if she considers herself a tool. But I guess Mayumi definitely doesn't consider herself to be herself to be a tool. Very interesting character choices. I wouldn't have caught that one. Alright, next one. My second favorite character would be happy to see the first, even if they see each other nearly every single day. Is this just Rainbow Marissa? This is probably just Rainbow Marissa, right? Yeah, it is. It is. Simple enough. It could apply to other characters for sure, but nearly every day means they don't live with each other, so they see each other a lot. And if you've read the written works, if you've ever read the written works, you know that almost every chapter, Marissa shows up at the shrine. Hits her with the good old Oi Rei Mu. They're buddies. My favorite character would probably be asked to add them to a long list of potential candidates due to their exceptional physical prowess and friendly demeanor. What my favorite character doesn't know, however, is that their future potential candidate enjoys their job and would have no trouble breaking cheap furniture. My favorite character would probably be asked to add them to a long list of potential candidates due to their exceptional physical prowess and friendly demeanor. What my favorite character doesn't know, however, is that their potential candidate enjoys their job and they would have no trouble breaking cheap furniture. What? What? Okina Sakuya. Okina Sakuya. I have no idea. Let's just move on to the next one. Chiuri and Meiling. Okay, next one. My favorite character would be extremely fascinated with my second favorite character. However, the second wouldn't be interested in the first at all. Oh, none of that. No, none of that. None of that. That's 30 seconds long. Mari Circuit. My favorite character would be extremely fascinated with my second favorite. However, the second wouldn't be interested in the first at all. The first would, without a doubt, start a fight for her own personal gain, as her goal and motivations means a lot to her. They both have lived in the outside world for most of their life. Second favorite character would be extremely fascinated with my second favorite. However, the second wouldn't be interested in the first at all. First would, without a doubt, start a fight for her own personal gain, as her goal and motivations mean a lot to her. They both lived in the outside world for most of their life. That does help narrow it down a lot, but you gotta think of the newcomers to Gensokyo. There's a few that come to mind, but the question is the order. They would be extremely fascinated with the second, however the second wouldn't be interested in the first. Oh, the first would without a doubt start a fight for her own personal gain, as her goal and motivations mean a lot to her. I really don't know. Like, I got the character pool in my mind. It would suck if one I'm thinking of it isn't, like, at all. But we're gonna... The only one that makes enough sense to me for this wording doesn't make sense to me at all if it was correct, but we're gonna roll with it anyway. Kaneko Mamizo. Kaneko Mamizo. Yumemi and Remilia. Why do I even bother? Next one. My favorite character would probably invite them into their home on account of one of the residents being their friend. My favorite character would probably invite them into their home on account of one of the residents being their friend. You know what's kind of sad is I'm having a hard time thinking of characters in this series who are friends. Favorite character would invite them into their home on account of one of the residents being their friend. Who in the series has friends? Does Yomu have a single friend? Yomu? I don't think Yomu has a friend. No friend Yomu. Yomu's friendless. Sanaya friendless. They're all friendless. They don't have friends. Nobody has friends. Wait. Byakuren Nue. Byakuren Nue. Byakuren Nue. Sakuya and Yuma. I fucking knew it'd be some shit like that. I knew it. I knew it'd be something like that. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. What a stretch. What a painful stretch this one's been. Alright, next one. My favorite character would try to scare my second favorite character. And my second favorite character would actually be spooked. However, she would then rant about how she's very strong and that it is impossible that she gets scared. Then proceeds to argue that the only reason she got spooked is due to the fact that my favorite character caught her by surprise, even though this is one of the main aspects of scaring someone. Afterwards, they would get along because one gets joked on for being bad at doing what they do, while the other one gets joked on for calling herself strong, and the fact that they have the same colors. That's Kogasa and Chirno, right? Yep, Kogasa and Chirno. I like the way this one's written. It's a good story. It's a good scenario that I think would actually match those characters really well. Alright. Next one. A pitying admiration, she is inspired by the true achievement of Zen, but laments all that girl did to herself to stumble into it accidentally and without knowing. Byakuren Koishi. Byakuren Koishi. Koishi is the closest thing to enlightenment Byakuren has ever seen. But Koishi is also shrimp fried. Yamame. Huh? Literally what? That's the next one. Oh. Well. Just wait. I was right. Alright, well, sorry to say, but the next one has been spoiled, so I'm going to have to put a, white Jun on it. Hold on. How do I Chat, how do I make a... How do I do that again? How do I make a completely blank Jun? I don't remember how to do that. Oh, wait, I do this, right? Ah! Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen. Undo that, please. Secret Red Jun. Nice. Man, Biodetector has such a good menu theme. Alright, well, I'll put it here anyway. But here's, yeah, so this one was just answered. So I feel like my favorite character would enjoy helping my second favorite character with the repairment, if any, equipment which is necessary for the creation of many structures and household possessions. Well, I probably wasn't gonna guess Byakuren Yamame, but it works. But yeah, that's... Whoops. BD has some pretty good music. It's got Old Adam's Bar, which isn't even like original to the game, and it's got Nightmare Journal. But Nightmare Journal is one of my favorites. And then the rest of the game is just... Well, it really is a sad feeling. My favorite character would likely never meet my second favorite, but if they did meet, my favorite character might ask my second for business advice on how to beat a rival at selling a specific product. Oh, is this Nitori and Seiren? Or I'll Seiren and Nitori. Seiren and Takane. Man, that was a 50-50 on the Kappa. But Seiren made sense to me. Because Seiren's Dongo stand doesn't do as well as Ringo's. Takane and Nitori kind of could have went in there. That was a bit of a guess on that one. Alright. Next one. They don't really interact in canon as far as I'm aware, but my favorite character would probably try to punish my second favorite character for animal abuse. Meanwhile, my second favorite character would likely try to abuse my favorite character in the same way. Uh-oh. They don't really interact in canon, but my favorite character would probably try to punish my second favorite character for animal abuse. Meanwhile, my second favorite would likely try to abuse my favorite character in the same way. You know what I think this is? I think this is Suako Chirno. Suako Chirno. The frog freezer. I was right. Hey, I was right. Excelente. Next. Okay. Alright. My favorite character is adept at using blades. She can accomplish all of her tasks within a day. However, given the time that she has and her loyalty as an addition, my second favorite character would just command her two servants to complete her chores while she naps or visits a certain shrine maiden. Her two servants while she oh, okay. That's Yomu and Yukari, right? That'd be Yomu and Yukari. For some reason I thought it was Okina at first, but then like visiting the Shrine Maiden, that's not an Okina thing. Sakuya and Yukari. Yeah, I should have known. I should have known it was Sakuya. Knives are blades. And she can stop time to get all her work done in a day. Yomu brain. Yomu brain. You know what they call that, chat? They call it, what do you call it? A fruital slip. You know, that one? That one. Where you accidentally reveal your innermost desires when you talk. So whenever I answer, it's because that's the character I think is better in that situation. So when you say that, I think it's Yomu first. That means I like Yomu more. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it means I just thought of Yomu first. Who knows? But the truth is I do like Yomu more than Sakuya, so there's some chance. Alright, next one. Don't worry, even my hair is the color of luck. I'm sure you won't mind if I talk to you for a little while. That's neat, but I don't think your hair can keep you safe from that potion the magician dropped flying by you. This is literally a conversation between the two of them. This is unique. I don't think anyone's done this one before. Don't worry, even my hair is the color of luck. I'm sure they won't mind if I talk to you for a little while. That's neat, but I don't think your hair can keep you safe from that potion the magician dropped flying by you. Even my hair is the color of luck. I'm sure they won't mind if I talk to you for a little while. I don't think your hair can keep you safe from that This is like a real conversation they had, isn't it? This is probably a real conversation these two characters had, but as some of them, like, Touhou dialogue is so, yeah, it's so special. Even my hair is the color of luck. I don't know what the color of luck is, so that unfortunately I can't use that as a hint. That's neat, but I don't think your hair can keep you safe from the potion the magician dropped flying by you. Wow, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I have no idea. Let's just move it along, shall we? I don't know. I don't know. Just show a new way. I don't know. Just move it on. Move it along. Mei-Ling and Shion. Oh, okay. Next one. My favorite character would be trolled by my second favorite character. My second favorite character would probably say that my favorite character is very smart to her face, and my favorite character wouldn't realize what she meant. Alright, easy out. Cheer no Marissa. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Take me to the next one. Kutaka Seija. Next one. My favorite character will always lecture mortals so they don't stray from the right path, while my second favorite character will listen, lecture, and aid them based on their desires. My favorite character will always lecture mortals so they don't stray away from the right path, while my second favorite character will listen, lecture, and aid them based on their desires. Nope. As cool as it would be to listen to this, you can't. Sorry. Nope. Arrange gal. That's not real music. My second favorite character will listen, lecture, and aid them based on their desires. Whose desires? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Eiki Miko, but whose desires is the question. Because the word there, I can't trust it anymore. I think it's Eiki Miko. Eiki Miko. It is Eiki and Miko. Alright. Listen, chat, I do my best to guess these. I really do. But sometimes the material I'm given to work with is not good. Sometimes it's like asking me to, you know, it's like asking me to fetch water from the lake. Other times it's like asking me to get blood from a stone. Like I can only work with what you're giving me. But if you're giving me a rock and you're telling me to produce blood, well, I can get the blood, but it ain't coming from the stone. Alright, next one. My favorite girl is not as intelligent as the other, but would beat her in any would beat her in any debate. She would not have much fun with the other, I'd imagine, because the other is a recluse. My favorite girl is not as intelligent as the other, but would beat her in any debate. She would not have much fun with the other. Is this Chirno and Satori? I think this is Chirno and Satori. Whenever I see the term, this character's not intelligent, but you can't out-debate her, I instantly think of Chirno. You cannot beat her in a battle of wits. Her wits are too sharp. Actually, they're so dull, you just can't... They're so dull, they don't understand the meaning of defeat. So yeah, Chirno and, oh, it's Miko and Patchouli. Her girl's not as intelligent as the other. Saying Miko isn't as intelligent as Patchouli? Is that true? Is this true? Can anyone confirm? Okay, well, I'll do it. I'll do it because if somehow someone doesn't get this, then that, you know. But also, I want to pad my correct score. Here you go. Here you go, chat. The first with U, the other with Mukyu. That's Vermilia and Patchy. However, it could also be Flandre. But we're gonna see. But I'm pretty sure it's Vermilia. The answer is Cherno and Byakuren. Alright. Well, that was a waste of time then. It's not even worth dignifying with a response. If they were near each other, my favorite character would certainly be disgusted and hurry away as soon as possible to avoid my second favorite character. But if my second favorite character were to follow them, they definitely wouldn't really understand what my favorite character would be saying to them. The encounter might end with both of them setting each other on fire out of frustration and confusion. Is this Futo? Futomoko. 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 Finally. Futo and Clown Piece! Disgusted. I don't know what Futo's opinion of fairies are. I have no idea. But I guess she wouldn't be disgusted by an immortal because she herself is essentially an immortal. Honestly, I believe they would get along swimmingly and devise ways to teach others life lessons and teach everyone to get along better while making life easier for themselves in the process. Of course, my favorite character would be a bit more snarky about it compared to character number 2. They would get along swimmingly and devise ways to teach others life lessons and teach everyone to get along better while making life easier for themselves. Teach others life lessons and teach everyone to get along better while making life easier for themselves in the process. They would care to be a bit more snarky about it compared to character number 2. Is this, Eiki Byakuren? I'm not quite sure. The snarky bit throws me off. There's a few characters I could think of. But let's go with Eiki Byakuren. Kasen and Kane. See, there were quite a few characters who fit this. Those are definitely 2 of them. Snarky? I'm not sure about snarky. I don't know if Kasen's really snarky, but she's definitely a bit holier than thou with her lectures. But yeah, there were a few characters. There were a few characters who came to mind for that one, so that was a bit of a toss-up. But I could at least narrow it down pretty easily. Next one. Again, with the Twitch mods. My second favorite character would be scared of my favorite character. Reimu and the 5 Stones. Well... my second favorite character would be scared of my favorite character. Kogasa Yomu. Kogasa Yomu. Lily White and Sunny Milk. Based on literally what? Am I the one out of touch? Is this my fault? Like, am I the one who's out of touch? Alright, next one. My first and second favorite characters have a similar ability, but in a different way. My favorite character will definitely have an interest in my second favorite, like in how discussing their abilities and how their abilities are meant to them. Then my second favorite character will teach my first character to use their ability in a good use. And lastly, my second favorite character will say that my first favorite character, you should express more of yourself. Don't let that beautiful voice of yours go to waste. Also, there's a fan dojin about them. There's a fan dojin about everyone. My favorite character will have an interest in my second favorite, like in discussing their abilities and how their abilities are meant to them. Second character will teach the first to use their ability in a good use. And lastly, my second favorite will say to the first, you should express more of yourself. Don't let that beautiful voice of yours go to waste. Similar abilities, but in a different way. Similar abilities in a different way. What does that mean? Similar abilities, but in a different way. Teaching them to use their ability in a different way. But favorite would have an interest in second favorite. I don't know. Let's go Sagume and Mystia. Sagume and Mystia. I was correct. I was actually correct. Huh. I can't believe it. I got it. I don't know what dojin they're talking about, but I sure hope it's safe. I sure hope it's safe. Next one. Make seemingly small talks, but actually about something significant and hard to understand. Oh, that's Yuyuko and Yukari, right? That'd be Yuyuko and Yukari. Yep. Alright. Next. My favorite character may or may not feel a compulsion to protect them depending on what fan theories you believe in. Son of a bitch. Based on how my second favorite prepares food, my favorite may try to convince them to quit doing that. Oh, is this Misty and Moko? Misty and Moko? Keiki and Sakuya. Oh, wait. No, Keiki and Sakuya does work. Because, Sakuya prepares food for the vampires, you know, with the, you know, the questionable ingredients. And Keiki obviously wouldn't like that. Because Keiki is a guardian deity summoned by human spirits, so she protects humans. No, it makes sense. The way this one is worded, it makes perfect sense. But I thought of Mistia and Moko because Moko would protect people, and then Mistia doesn't like chicken-related foods. And apparently Moko runs a yakitori stand. So yeah, Misty will probably see that and be like, stop it! Cut that shit out. Alright. Next one. Dojin's called Words Can Change the World. My final message. Goodbye. Is it good? I've got to read more fan dojins anyway. It's just there's a lot of tags that I see, and I'm just never really sure if they're a good idea to read. I'm pretty much never gonna click anything that says tag depressing as fuck, because I'm not trying to give myself the big sad, you know. Next one. My favorite character would probably not enjoy their company very much, even if my second seems hospitable, as the other would envy their environment and attempt to move into the area. Favorite character believes that it would cause a bit of chaos if especially second favorite character was there. Free to explore. Free to explore what? My favorite character would probably not enjoy their company very much, even if second seemed hospitable, as the other would envy their environment and attempt to move into the area. Favorite character believes that it would cause a bit of chaos, if especially if second favorite character was there. Free to explore. I think I understand what this is saying, but I don't know. I don't have an answer. Favorite would enjoy their company, even though second is hospitable, because they envy the environment and they would attempt to move into the area. Favorite character believes it would cause a bit of chaos if second favorite character was there. But what is this free to explore? Like, what does that mean? Especially if second favorite character was there, free to explore. What does that mean? We're at 70. Let's do 5 more after this. We'll do 5 more after this one. Not counting this one, we'll do 5 more. Envy their environment and attempt to move into the area. Cause a bit of chaos if second favorite character was there. Free to explore. I'm really tripped up by that last I'm really tripped up by that last bit. Let's go with Seija Byakuren. Seija Byakuren. Satori and Remilia. Satori would not enjoy Remilia, company of Remilia. Even if she's hospital, as the other would envy their environment and attempt to move into the area. Satori believes it would cause a bit of chaos if Remilia was there and free to explore. Alright. 5 more. 5 more. Hang in there, team. She gonna be all over my second character. Her entire existence is indeed something that my favorite girl might want to learn more. She's gonna be all over my second favorite. Her entire existence is indeed something that my favorite girl might want to learn more. Her entire existence. Her entire existence is indeed something that my favorite girl might want to learn more. We're gonna guess Yumemi again, because why not? Second favorite character, Patchouli. Yumemi Patchouli. Yumemi Patchouli. Could be Alice in Medicine, but I've been duped before. Kokoro, Yumemi and Kokoro. Well, would you look at that? See, I thought it'd be Patchy because Yumemi is interested in magic and Patchouli is a natural-born witch. Can't rule out PC98 or you look like a fool. I was trying to think of robot. Like a robot character for Snai, but there isn't one. Oh, it's important that I put that in there. Okay. I feel like number 1 might not see number 2 very often, since number 2 would show up more often if number 1 wasn't doing her job, not doing it correctly. If they interacted with each other, they may become friends with each other due to their shared status of having masters and a sort of sister. Number 1 might not see number 2 very often, since number 2 would show up more often if number 1 wasn't doing her job, just not doing it correctly. They interact with each other. They may have become friends with each other due to their shared status of having masters and a sort of sister. Shared masters and a sort of sister. Well, is this Koishi and Flan? I feel like it isn't, but I'm not sure what sister's supposed to imply here otherwise. But having masters and having sisters, I'm confused about that. So, Koishi Flan, maybe? Raisin and Orin. Oh, it's because Orin calls everybody sis. Oh, yeah, okay. And I guess Tay and Raisin, sort of sister. They're both, okay. I get it. Raisin might not see Orin very often, since Orin would show up more often if Raisin wasn't doing her job, / not doing it correctly. I forgot, okay, yeah. So the sister bit wasn't literal. I guess I should have expected that because it was in quotations, but I just wasn't sure how to interpret it. But I forgot that Orin calls everybody sis. That's just something that she says. That one was well written. I don't know, I just wasn't in the right, I wasn't on the right place to get that one. Alright. Next one. In a death fight... A death fight? I mean, my favorite character will not be able to defeat them, but my favorite character will not lose either. Of course, both characters don't have any reason to fight, nor any relation with each other. The relationship is something like acquaintance of acquaintance. Lastly, the other person is barely against Sokyo, so my favorite character doesn't have much opportunity to interact with them ever. Okay, that is not Kaguya and Moko, so let's back up and reread that real quick. In a death fight, my favorite character will not be able to defeat them, but my favorite character will not lose either. Of course, both characters don't have any reason to fight, nor have any relation to each other. Relationship is something like an acquaintance of an acquaintance. Lastly, the other person is rarely against Sokyo, so my favorite character doesn't have much opportunity to interact with them or ever. Rarely against Sokyo. I swear to God, if this is one of the Watatskis, I'm going to fucking do nothing. But I'm going to groan. In a death fight, my favorite character will not be able to defeat them, but my favorite character will not lose either. Of course, both characters don't have any reason to fight, but they have a relationship as an acquaintance of an acquaintance. Lastly, the other person is... See, rarely in Gensokyo. So the favorite character doesn't have much of an opportunity to interact with them. Rarely in Gensokyo implies they've been there before. There are 2 Lunarians who have been in Gensokyo. There's 2 of them. So I think the answer here is Moko and Toyohime. And if it's not Toyohime, then Sagume. But if it's not those, then I don't know. There you go. Moko, Toyohime. Moko and Hakatia. The relationship is something like an acquaintance of an acquaintance. You know, Hakatia makes a lot more sense. It makes a lot more sense. I can't believe Streamer actually thought that someone was gonna put Toyohime as a real answer there. What is the world coming to? What was I thinking? Alright. Next one. I feel like they get along since they both at least have a passing interest in nerd stuff and are originally from the outside world. I don't think my favorite would be completely down to the other party's interest in the occult and conspiracy theories, though. That sounds like a Snai Recco, you know? Snai and Sumireko. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. The PS2 and the GameCube are still new systems to Sanai. They're still pretty new. The DS. New technology, bro. Alright, one more. Yeah. This will get us to 8 o'clock, so that's pretty good. But after I highlight it. It's the last one of the day, chat. My favorite character wouldn't be surprised by their actions, able to read their intent like a book. Satori and Kogasa. Play me out, Johnny. Play me out. Yeah. Satori and Kogasa. Correct. Ah, ah, ah. Look at that. Look at that. And there you go, chat. That is another set of Juns on the board. Alright. So, I think we're at about 200 now, right? We're at about 210, I think. So how many is left? 213. How many are left? There was 340, right? Or so? It's like 340 or so. So I'll do 70 more next time. 122 left. Okay, okay. Alright, alright. So yeah, 2 more streams. 2 more streams. 2 more streams, we can do about 60, 65, and then split kind of deal. Depends on how long they really take. I might, you know, might dwell on them a bit. Pretty good so far. Pretty good. But that's, yeah, chat, that's it for another stream of this. I'm going to save the image right now. Save as guessing favorites. We're still going. 2 more weeks, chat. 2 more weeks. But yeah, some good ones. Some bad ones. I'm not afraid to admit that. But I liked the majority of them. Some of them confuse me to a point where I have no words. And some of them catch me in a way that I can completely understand as soon as you give me the answer. But you know, not everybody is a writer, you know. Not everybody is a certified writer. It happens, but I do appreciate the entries. Even if you think your answer is simple, like, it's fine. It's okay for it to be simple and easy to guess, because, well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just sometimes they're so, the way they're written is so confusing to what the actual character is. I just have no idea what to say. I don't have Kaneko's list of crimes. I don't have that. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that list is. But yeah. Yeah, there's, well, most of, like, the really bad ones were caught, like, early on. So they won't be getting seen. Because, you know, the danger of fully anonymous things is that people will submit things with absolutely no risk of consequence because they don't have to put a name to it. So they'll just do whatever they want. So, you know, there were definitely some that got cut because they were just not good. But ignorance is bliss on that, that's for sure. Still have plenty to work with. They were placed on the list, correct. So yeah, chat, next week, more of them. Goodness gracious.